Annemarie Grassi. I am the founder and chief executive officer of Open Doors Academy, and I have been with the organization for 14 years since its inception as a nonprofit in 2002. So I think the greatest benefit that we provide to the community is that the organization is about long, deep impact. And so our focus is not just to do one good thing for a child, but to ensure that they are successful and independent as adults. And we've had great success doing that. So over the last 14 years, we've had 100% of our kids have graduated high school, 97% have gone on to college, and of those 97%, 98 graduated from college and are in successful career paths. So for us, it's about beginning to create dents in the cycle of poverty through the form of education and long-term commitment to each kid we serve. Over the last 5 years, the role of education has changed in a couple different ways. I think one of the greatest ways that it has changed is that it has become a more collaborative approach between the private and public sector and the education system as a whole. So rather than everybody trying to work in silos, we are beginning to see the need and the importance of working together in order to help raise the village, that it's no longer one person's responsibility to demonstrate that growth and change, but it is the responsibility of the whole. The other thing that has shifted in the field of education is that there's a higher demand. There's more demand on our kids, there's more pressure, there's a need for a higher level functioning as kids graduate out. And I think people are starting to realize that, and our systems are starting to catch up with that. I think that the biggest trend in education today is the focus on impact. And I think that that has really shifted in our thinking over the last 5 to 10 years, that people are beginning to realize that, again, it's not about the short-term outcome of what did a kid score on this exam or what is the kid's GPA, but it's looking at how do we shape education to serve the whole child, as well as how do we shape education to serve a lifetime. Because the reality is just because you graduate with a diploma, just because you walk out that door and have your hat and cap and gown on, doesn't mean that you are done. And the advice that I would give to my younger self would have to be to learn to ride the wave and not be so afraid of crashing. I think there's always this fear of you're supposed to be here, and why am I not at this point? Why am I not at this point? And you're always going to get pressure from people around you of why aren't you making this move or why aren't you doing this? And listening to your inner self and knowing that you are where you're supposed to be. And learning to just ride the wave is a huge lesson in life that I wish my younger self knew, and sometimes I wish myself today knew that.